Got my boy Chris with me. We're doing all NBA teams. Chris, how you
What's up?
living?
What's up? Doing good, man. Doing good. Ready to get into this topic. I've been thinking about this for a while. It was tough, but I'm ready to get into it.
Okay, so we know one thing: all NBA teams is positionless now.
Yeah.
So just how do you think that's gonna change all NBA? And of course, you got to do 65 games to even be
Mhm.
eligible. So how you think that's gonna change how the actual voters do the All NBA? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I think it helps. No, it helps people who had better seasons. Uh, get make the team rather than somebody just filling up meeting the criteria. Because I mean, we've seen back in the past when they used to make you choose the actual center. Yeah, and DeAndre Ayton was on. I mean, DeAndre Jordan was on some of them teams and like
Yeah, then you had
first
some
teams
Andre
and like yeah,
Drummers. Yeah.
so it's stuff like that. So I think it is for the better. If you want all NBA teams to be 15 best players, 15 players that had the best season that year. I mean, this is the way to do it. If you want to make like actual little teams or whatever, then you do it by position. But I don't think that's what people looking for. We want 15 best players that had the best season that year.
You don't think the 65 games make it counterintuitive? But just a slightly bit, just because it's like Joel Embiid ain't gonna make it, Donovan Mitchell ain't gonna make it, and it's like that kind of defeats the purpose a little bit,
A little bit,
trying
but
to
I
get the
mean,
15 best. But
if
I
you
get
have
what you're saying. I
yeah
get it.
yeah if you're trying to have the best season, you got to play games to have a good season. So I mean, I don't
Facts.
think 65 is a terrible number. Had they have that number like 70 or something, I'd be like, man, come on. But like 65, I think it's fair. If you
I
play,
agree. I'm
that's
just playing devil's advocate. I agree. I
okay.
was just
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
devil's
yeah,
advocate just because it's like you want the 15 best players, but we know for a fact you leaving off Joel Embiid, who's probably who is top five. But
yeah.
so how did you approach it? Because me personally, I still low key after I got out of my All NBA first team. Because I think with the first team, you want the five absolute best players to get
Yeah.
first team All NBA. Then after that, I still kind of me personally, just because we know how the All NBA team is being constructed. I just wanted some bigs, and I wanted to be an actual team looking, you know,
Yeah.
second and third team. But I don't mind if people just go all crazy with the first team. But I do want some centers and some forwards in there too, because if you the top five player at your position, I
Yeah.
think you should at least get some consideration. But that's just me. So first team, who you got?
All right, my first team, I got Luca, I got
Mhm.
Jokic, I got Shea, I got Giannis, and I got a surprise for some people. I got Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
I got
Okay.
Jalen Brunson. So I mean, some Tatum fans they may be coming at me. I know they had a little 60+ win season or whatever, but in my opinion, Jalen Brunson had a better season.
You stole my thunder. That's exactly how I had it. I had yeah, I had Luca, SGA, Brunson, and then I had Giannis and Jokic. Yeah, first team. Now for I got a little pushback for my Brunson love too, but you
Mm-hmm.
gotta think about it. Bro was a second seed in the East. His second best player didn't play most of the year. His third
Mm-hmm.
best player just got there, and he was in and out the lineup.
Yeah.
He really was. Come on, man. They was holding their team together with duct tape. Him, Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, Isaiah Hardenstein, and Precious Achua to be second in the East, regardless. Everybody was dealing with injuries, but they came out on top right behind Boston and second in the East. So, and then he was flirting with almost 40, 50, 90. He was
Yeah.
getting you
I mean,
28 points a game. It's just.
I don't see why. I mean, I get Tatum. Yeah, he didn't have a bad season, but like when you have all that talent around you and you've been there as a cohesive unit for the most part for a while, um, I don't see why you couldn't win 60 games. And not to take that away from him, you got to go out there and do it. But in my opinion, you know, like you mentioned, like you said earlier, Jalen Brunson taking a team like the Knicks to the second seed, dealing with injuries, dealing with fluctuating lineups and stuff like that, and he don't have the talent that Jason Tatum has. And he doing what he did, I think he deserves just that little bit of more individual season nod than Jason Tatum.
And for all you people listening, I wouldn't be mad if Jason Tatum was in your
Nah,
first team All NBA,
nah,
but
nah.
come on, man, you gotta respect Brunson and what he's doing, bro.
Yeah,
Come on now.
yeah.
Second team All NBA. What you got?
All right. My second team, I got Kawhi Leonard.
Mhm.
I got Ant.
Mhm.
I got Kevin Durant.
Mhm.
Jason Tatum now makes this second team. Then I
Mhm.
got Anthony Davis from the Lakers.
I got Steph, Ant, Tatum, Durant, AD. Where did we differ with Kawhi?
Yeah, I got Kawhi second team. You got Curry second team. I
Give me your pitch for Kawhi.
man, we wanted to see a season where Kawhi played games. He played 68 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So he qualified for criteria. He played games. When he was out there, he was efficiently, had efficient shooting, and he's leading this Clippers team to a 4 seed. So when he was out there playing, playing, he was actually cooking, and he was doing well. And then, of course, you get that on the defensive side as well. And then just for me, I know Curry was playing without all the talent or whatever, and he was struggling. But I had to give the factor of Kawhi taking his team to the 4 seed and playing consistently throughout the season for the most part. I had to give him that nod for that.
Okay, my pitch for Curry is first of all, it's Curry. He played 74 games. If they didn't get to that 45 win mark, they end up with 46 wins. Then maybe I would have thought about not putting Curry second team. Maybe I would have put him third team, but he definitely still was the top player in the league. He was 26, 5-4, 45 from the field, 41 from 3, 92 from the free throw line. He still was a great player. And with Kawhi, let me fact check Kawhi. See, Kawhi played 68 games. He was 24, 6-4. He was flirting with 40, 50, 90.
Yeah.
But I just think, man, in the standings, they were separated by 5 games. I just feel like the games that the Warriors did win, I feel like like that Pacers game, for example, it was all Curry, bro. And it's like clearly it's really no picking order in Golden State. It's a lot of offensive burden on Curry's shoulders, and the second, third option fluctuate. I think you clearly had Paul George, you clearly had James Harden, you clearly had other guys with the Clippers. So it's like he just had better help, and they was only separated by 4 or 5 games. So it's like that's another pick me, but I just give it to Curry. That's the only reason why I had Curry over Kawhi.
I don't think I don't think there's nothing wrong with that either. Like you said, I was like, oh yeah, he's a 4 seed, Curry's in the play-in. Really, it's only 5 games, so it's crazy how the West stacked up like that. Like you go on a small losing streak, and then that's over for you as far as getting out of the play-in or getting in the play-in. So
yeah. 13, what you got?
All right, I got. So this one was tough for me. I started off with Tyrese Maxey. And then I had to take the hate out of my heart, and I put Booker on. So now I got Booker, Sabonis, LeBron, Curry now, and then I got Paolo.
I have Tyrese Maxey, Devin Booker, Kawhi, LeBron, Paolo. So who did you have again? Name your 13, because this is where it's getting a little dicey.
I got Devin Booker, Sabonis, LeBron, Curry, and I gave it to Paolo.
So you put Domantas Sabonis over Tyrese Maxey? That's crazy. Can I get some clarification to why Domantas Sabonis is on your All NBA 13, please?
Yeah, I think Sabonis, as far as regular season, I'm not talking about postseason, regular season, he was a consistent piece for that Sacramento team. As far as showing up almost every game, not almost every, but he's showing up a lot of the games, and he's being that consistent double. You know what you're getting out of there from him, and most of the time they're trying to, in a way, run the offense through him. So in his own way, he was very critical to that team. And while they did come up short going into the postseason and all that stuff, it is a regular season award, and I got to reward him for, he had the double streak and whatever, and he was playing. I think he led the league in triple, but he led the league in a lot of good in double-doubles. Yeah. So I just gave it to him over Maxey. I feel like Maxey, while he had a good season, he definitely improved. I feel like at times when 76ers needed him to keep them afloat instead of and from dropping in the standings. There's a little bit more that he could have done when Joel Embiid went out. Not saying that it's all on him, because he definitely had other guys that didn't show up, but he had a phenomenal season. It was between Maxey and Booker for me, and I just couldn't. I kept trying to keep Booker off, but I had to put him
on. See, for me, I honestly feel like Maxey was a lock. I honestly felt like Kawhi and Devin Booker and LeBron were locks. The fifth spot literally was between Paolo and Sabonis. And if you call up Mike Brown right now and say, give me Domantas Sabonis, you can have Paolo. I think Mike Brown is taking. How long is it? I don't know how long the drive is from Florida to Sacramento, but Mike Brown will drive, bro. I'm just saying, bro. I just think Paolo is better than Domantas Sabonis at almost everything outside of rebounding. I just think his year, he's not the most efficient player, so the stats kind of is not going to back up the actual eye test and what he means to Orlando Magic. We've seen everything that's been came out. He's the youngest to do this. He's the youngest since this. Everything he's done, he's in rare company. Kind of like when Anthony Edwards was just getting to the playoffs, and he's with Jordan when it comes to this. When it comes to this, you just get to see what kind of rarefied air. Luka, the same thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just get a young player, and you don't realize. Say, not only is he going to be great, but how it's looking right now, he's pretty damn good. So I just think he's one of those players. Like, if this is the worst we'll ever see of Paolo in these first 2 years, absolutely. I don't think it's 14 players better than Paolo. I honestly don't. So I just couldn't. I understand the stats. I understand everything with Sabonis, but I just couldn't. I just couldn't do it. And I couldn't leave the guards off. Maxey and Booker. Not Kawhi, couldn't leave him off. Maybe I could have left off. Didn't leave LeBron off, bro. If I would have left, I couldn't leave nobody off for Sabonis.
I couldn't. No, I feel you on that. I mean, Sabonis, stats wise and everything, like just counting stats wise, or he would be like kind of the one to go as far as points per game average, stuff like that. But as far as just like consistency and he was a cog, definitely a key piece in cog for that Sacramento team, who honestly disappointed a little bit this year, going from where they were last year to this year. But they dealt with some stuff. I just had to give it Sabonis for as far as like individual season. His little double streak, breaking Kevin Love's record and all that stuff. Like I gave him the nod.
See, for you, it was between him and Maxey, and it was kind of like, yeah, Maxey, y'all weren't that great when you were the guy. But then I can argue, say, Sabonis they wasn't doing too much either. And they was healthy. So it's like, So that was the only reason why with the Sabonis and Maxey, it's easy for me to put Maxey over him, because he's a better player. And it's like, when it comes to just success, it damn near was even. But yeah, man, those are all NBA teams. You got anything?
I was gonna say, who was your close or near misses, or anything like that?
See, now if it was traditional, I really let me go all the way back to first team. Like, if it was traditional, I think, of course, you would have to put maybe a small forward in Jalen Brunson's spot. So that would have had to been Tatum. That would have been my only difference on the first team.
Yeah.
Just if you were doing it traditional, because that's the only way. That was the only way I would have did something different. And on second team, so now I got to put Kawhi in Tatum's position. And then third team, it pretty much would have been how it was.
Yeah.
It really wouldn't have been too much changes. Somebody that was close, though, because I thought about it a lot, was Jared Allen. I thought Jared Allen was flirting with being a top 3 center all year. But then it's like, can I really have put him over like a Bam? Could I put him over a Sabonis? But I really thought, Jared Allen had a top 5 caliber year. He played really well this year in terms
Yeah.
of, you know. What
No,
about
I
you?
agree. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised this guy didn't come out your mouth, but if Halliburton would have just come back from that injury and just showed a little bit about what he was doing beforehand, I'd have gave him third team, maybe second.
He made it
But
too easy. He was on pace to be first or second team, but he made it too
yeah,
easy. He was bad for 2 months. Damn near 3.
like it felt like he was just trying to hit the games played criteria, and he was just out there trying to just get enough minutes to count as a games played so that he can get that 65 number. And so I know he playing for that contract or whatever, but I didn't give it to him just because if he did show just a little bit, like Pacers did slide, and they could have been a little higher in the standings, so they lost some key games down the stretch. A lot of teams did, but if you want to be on that All NBA team and you was playing at a first, second team level, you can't come back in after your injury break and then play very subpar. So
Tyrese Halliburton was 17, 9, and 5 in April, and he was 43 from the field, 27 from 3. So March, 16, 9, and what was his rebounding in 3? 16, 9, and 3 in March, 48 from the field, 38 from 3, but it was 16 points, 16, 9, and 3. 18, 18, 12, and 5 in February, 44 from the field, 30 from the 3. So, the good months that he had was in January and December, where he was just going absolutely nuclear.
Mm-hmm. I can't award nobody just for them 2 months.
Yeah. So
only other guy, yeah.
Go ahead.
I feel you. Only other guy, Fox. If the Kings were higher in the standings, I would have gave some love to Fox. But Fox is like a guy who deserves some love. You want to give him love, but he's just not there to get it yet. That's the only other guy that maybe. But I couldn't argue.
Fox. Go ahead.
Like I said, I like before the season, yeah, but like I couldn't argue that he deserves to be here above any of these guards. And then there's still some guards that I had questioned putting him above them that didn't make this list. So
if you were struggling to put Maxey on your list, you would have to really struggle, because if you look at the numbers,
yeah,
it's like you could say Maxey had a better year than 5. It's just so hard at guards. There's just so many good guards.
Yeah.
My thing with Halliburton is you have to hit the scoring. You have to hit the scoring side of things too. The assist is great. But if you were accounting for probably like 3 or 4 more points with the assist, because let's say you got a guy like a De'Aaron Fox. How many assists De'Aaron Fox? Let me see. I think De'Aaron Fox is at 6 assists.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's giving you 27 and 6,
exactly,
and you giving me 16 and or 18 and 11, how far of a difference is in terms of total points accounted for? Basically, what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. It looks better in the stat sheet, but in terms of actuality, how many points do you account for versus how many other guys account? Is it that big of a difference? But I don't know, man. Another honorable mentions. That's a very good question.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, yeah, we touched on them, and I think the guys that got on our list are pretty much.
Who's most likely to be snubbed in the actual votes from your first team?
Is it Brunson's probably not making first team.
I think it'll be so disrespectful, bro. You think they gonna put Tatum right there?
I think they'll slide Tatum right there. Yeah. I don't even know I think there's a chance AD may not make second team. Some people may value LeBron more, or some people may value his scoring with Booker. So there's a chance AD may not make second team.
Bro, I really struggled with putting 2 Suns and 2 Lakers.
Me too. Yes, that's what I was struggling with. But I'm like, ain't nobody else jumping to get it. So I couldn't deny them a good season. So
honorable mention, last couple months of Zion, but he kind of did a reverse Halliburton.
Yes, that's what I was like.
His first couple months, I was like, bro, it don't even look like he gives a damn. Till he's clearly a top 15 player in the league. So, but it's still up throughout the season. It's all getting accounted for. He first Halliburton. So it was hard to leave him off, but then not really because of how he played in the beginning. I would love to left off LeBron, but I couldn't.
I feel you on that, Zion. That is cool. That is right. He pulled a reverse Halliburton where, like, this last couple months, you like, dang, Zion, and that carried into the playoff before he got hurt. So Pelicans missing him right now.
But yeah, we can wrap this up, man. This was fun. Nice catching up with you. But these was our all NBA teams.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Chris, man.
All right, bro.
Found some shit I love to do, so I can live comfortable. Searching for a peace of mind, need that when it's time to rhyme. Perfect in every line, any chance I get, and I know it takes time, but I will never quit.